All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into this incredible short film that asks a huge question, you know, about love, about accepting yourself, and man, that crushing weight of what society expects from you. It's a story that kicks off with a really big problem, but trust me, it ends with this amazing moment of clarity. So, right off the bat, we meet our main character, Ganesh, and he's got this one belief that honestly is running his entire life. He just comes right out and says it. I'm not getting married because of this obesity. And you have to understand, this isn't just him venting. For him, this is everything. It's who he is, it's his biggest struggle, and it's the whole reason he's even started working out. Okay, so this first part of the story, it really just throws you right into the deep end of the pressure cooker Ganesh is living in. And it's not just in his head, you know? The criticism is coming from, well, everywhere, from everyone. I mean, he's taken all that criticism so deeply to heart that he literally introduces himself with these awful, self-deprecating nicknames. Think about that for a second. It's not just what he thinks other people are calling him, it's what he calls himself. That just shows you how much his self-worth has been completely chipped away. And this pressure, it's just relentless. It never stops. At home, it's his family, always asking about marriage, making him feel like a total failure. Then he steps outside, and even the local kids are calling him uncle, basically telling him he's old and getting left behind. It's just this constant 24/7 reminder of his biggest insecurity. Okay, so now things are about to get interesting. Let's talk about this chance meeting in a park that really starts to turn his whole world upside down. This is the moment a brand new energy walks into the story, and it's going to challenge every single thing Ganesh believes about himself. And the difference between them? Whoa, it's like night and day, and you see it instantly. Ganesh is struggling, huffing and puffing, basically running away from this thing he hates about himself. But Astha, she's just full of life, running for the pure joy of it. His 3 laps are like a chore, a punishment. Her 13 laps, they look like a victory lap, a celebration. And this right here is so telling. It reveals their totally different mindsets. For Ganesh, working out is all about an external goal, right? It's about losing weight so society will finally approve of him so he can get married. But for Astha, it's the complete opposite. It's all internal. She's doing it for one person, herself, for her own health and happiness. So they start talking, and it doesn't take long for them to realize, wow, they have this shared, really painful experience. And it's crazy how perfectly it shows the shallow, superficial standards they're both being measured against. I mean, just look at this scorecard. He's been turned down by 12 women because of his weight. And her? She's been rejected by more than 24 men because of the color of her skin. It's just staggering. They're both being written off for reasons that have zero to do with who they are on the inside. It's heartbreaking, but it also creates this incredibly powerful bond between them. And then Asta asks this question that just hits you. She mentions her parents want her to see a doctor about her skin tone, and then she just asks, is this some kind of disease? She's pointing out how completely absurd it is that society treats their physical appearance like some kind of sickness that has to be cured. And boom, this is it. This is the turning point of the whole film. Right here, the conversation shifts. They're not just complaining about the same problem anymore. They're starting to uncover a whole new way of thinking, a philosophy that might actually be the solution. She makes this really, really important distinction between self-care and self-punishment. And it's so simple when you think about it. You know, exercising to be healthy and feel good? Awesome. Go for it. But running yourself into the ground, torturing yourself just so someone else might finally approve of you, yeah, that's a game you can never win. And then she drops this ancient piece of wisdom on him, and it's the real key to everything. She tells him that defeat and victory, they're all in your mind. The real battle was never about the number on the scale or the color of your skin. It was always about the voice inside your own head. And you can literally see the change in him right then and there. It's just one conversation, one little shift in how he's looking at things, but it completely rewrites his sense of self-worth. You can just feel this huge weight lift off his shoulders. And it's a weight that has nothing to do with his body. Okay, so just as they're having this life-changing conversation, the story throws a curveball. Fate, or whatever you want to call it, steps in a way that no one could have seen coming. And suddenly that whole theme of marriage is right back in the spotlight. Their moment gets cut short by the exact social ritual they were just picking apart. He gets a call. He's got to go to another one of those arranged marriage meetings, the very thing that's been the source of all his pain. And then, you can't make this up, in a perfectly ironic twist, her phone rings. And guess what? She has the exact same thing to do.
So they wish each other luck, both of them just assuming they're marching off to get rejected again.
So, where are they both rushing off to? The story builds this great little bit of suspense. They go their separate ways, both heading to what they think are these doomed meetings filled with that same old feeling of dread. But then, a bunch of little things start to happen. First, her scooter won't start. So he offers her a ride. As they're going, they figure out they live near each other. And then, the penny drops. He knows her full name, she knows his father's name, and they realize they were the ones who were supposed to meet each other all along. It's just perfect. And just like that, everything changes. The whole vibe shifts. They're not two strangers anymore pouring out their insecurities. They're two people who have already seen and accepted each other, flaws and all, and it feels like they're about to go on their first real date. His response to her isn't desperate anymore. It's smooth, it's charming, it's confident. So the film leaves you with this really powerful final thought. It totally reframes what it means to look for a partner. Maybe it's not about passing some kind of inspection, getting checked off a list of superficial qualities. Maybe it's about finding someone who just connects with the real you, your real self, insecurities and everything. So what if the right person for you is the one you find when you've completely stopped trying to impress anyone at all?